Just a bad memory. Is this love I see? Just a bad memory. You're 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 just a bad memory.
All right. So we started working on the spreadsheet here, kind of thinking about how we want to build it out. Fortunate, we've been able to do it with ChatGPT to kind of build out how we want it to look. And honestly, it's not too bad. I do like the fact that it's actually turned out pretty well so far, being able to get the totals, also know how many cards are actually up for sale. There's some pretty decent ones so far that I've looked at, but nothing too crazy on my end. As far as card collections are concerned, one of the things that I decided to do was not only set it up like this, but also be able to get the breakdown of how many cards are base versus how many cards are relics, inserts, things like that. So it kind of gives me an understanding a little bit more about my collection and kind of figure out, from there to there, from where I want to go and to see if that's going to kind of stick. I would say so far, I've seen some interesting things that have really helped me out and give me a good gauge on it. What I also like though is, when I pull out some of these pickups here, I do set up hyperlinks so I don't have to try and figure it out. I can just go, if I say, you know what, I want to sell this card, I can copy and paste it, put it on the other side, and I have the hyperlink that sets it up so I know exactly what I'm selling. So for example, I'm looking at Josie Jewel, Green Wave, things like that. So it gives me an opportunity to kind of work through it. So it makes it easier. I think so far it's been pretty nice. I just got to remember, when I'm looking at my cards, going back and forth is super key there. 1 second here. I'm trying to check to see what's going on. Okay, the music's still good. Okay. So, we're going to start looking at some of these cards. So let's check it out real quick, and I'll make sure everything's all focused and stuff, which from time to time the camera can get a little messed up. So what I try to do here is I can actually look at a particular card. So if I get the zoom a little bit there, but also be able to get the focus. Turn that off. Blends down a little bit too, which I like.
up since 3. Scrolling back where we used to be.
Like a red sparkle there.
Late night chat. Both of us knowing what it like that.
You don't want to really
Funny
turn
how
it
we
off.
talk like we're fine.
I think
But
that's
your
as far
name
as it
still
goes.
lives
Zoom
in my
this up to 129.
prime. Take me
Open it
back
this
to the
way.
start. Before the quiet
Okay, so we're looking at a green sparkle, red, red sparkle, and we'll kind of check out the time. So these are the cards I'm looking to sell here. I've already gone through my collection and kind of figured out what I wanted to purge and stuff, but it's really nice to be able to just kind of figure out how much these cards are and what's the value on them, and kind of moving on from. But as you can see, it doesn't really matter to me as far as the value. It really is whether I feel like it's going to fit in my overall collection. Quentin Williams is cool, but I think if I am going to go for another Quentin Williams card, it's going to probably be more towards the like an auto. Maybe if I get a rookie auto, I think that's something I'll do. Because I did that for others like Cam Jordan and stuff. I like Cam Jordan, but for me it's like what would fits my collection. It's been a lot of rookie cards that tend to fit, so I figure we'll work through that there. And the reason why I have my cards set up this way is when you just put these in here and you put it onto like a search site, or for me, like I typically use like a market movers to kind of grab, you know, different buys from other areas. This gives me an opportunity to kind of see that, but also if I really wanted to, I could also pull it from, you know, a chart if it had it. Now sometimes it's I don't know, it's really weird. Sometimes I'll get a pull and it kind of makes sense, and then sometimes I don't see the exact amount. So this is where I end up going to like different ones to kind of go, what were the last sales? And you always want to be careful because some of these aren't as accurate, right? Because it says 2 sales in the last year and it's pulling a red sparkle, which is why the values are really messed up. It's not pulling exactly what I'm looking for, right? So you get some type of gauge here, but most of the time you're going to find the comps right there, which red sparkle last sold back in April of last year kind of makes sense there. So you kind of save that, move it over, $1, save the link, and you're good to go there. Boom. How you doing? Keep it moving. Olufashanu, it's like a X-Fractor based on what I'm seeing right there. So this is an X-Fractor, first Bowman U Chrome. Olufashanu, I believe, is a tackle now for the Jets. I feel like that's what it was. 2023 Bowman. Oop. Color. Olufashanu. Bowman U Chrome. X-Fractor. Number 122. I don't know why they don't say that it's an X-Fractor, but you can tell because of just knowing what it is, but it's definitely interesting that that's not popping up. Let me double check the music. I feel like the music... Oh, it is working. So as long as that's good there, it's kind of working out. So looks like last sale on this was back in April of last year. Again, it's one of those ones where I'm just like trying to figure out how do they pull it. And you know, like I said, we try to double check, see if we would get them in these spots here. Doesn't look like any of these popped up. I mean, it's a very like common card, but 129 is fair. I'm not going to lose my mind over cards that I really want to sell. I think it's very rare that I'm gonna like ignore a card. If I really want to sell it, I'm gonna sell it no matter what. But it's helpful there, just to kind of let me know what I'm willing to sell it for. And typically any cards that are less than like $5, I'm probably gonna sell like 30 cents on a dollar, or 40 cents a dollar, just to kind of get it out of here. So we're looking at a Mojo season ticket. Nick Bosa right there. Not a bad card. 2023. I was actually looking at these cards. These were one of the very first cards that I picked up when I first started my collection, or getting back into the collection, while collecting cards. And it's not a bad card. I just like the fact that it had a little color to it. It was an interesting insert or variation, but again, it's not somebody that I'm a really big fan of collecting. I do have, I think I even have some of his, I think I have his one of my numbered rookie patches in here, which anything prior to 2020 were either game worn or event worn. They always say player worn, but that usually means like they wore it for a second before they put it on the card. Contenders football. So there's Mojo. Kind of a chill thing to do though. I like this kind of stuff, especially when I'm just kind of relaxing. Some stuff I'm continue to stream. I do enjoy video games and trying to figure out how we want to live stream it, but I usually do that when it's chill. Nothing too crazy there. Let's see what we got here. There's the Mojo, sold on January 26th. $1. And I'm always fascinated that defensive players are not really held in great regard when it comes to what the heck? When it comes to cards, it's very rare, which is why I try to take advantage of finding certain cards, like getting a die cut rookie auto of Aaron Donald for like $70. I was very lucky. I was able to grab it. I don't think there'll be a card like that for sale for him for a minute, but like that's a spot where you have an opportunity to take advantage of it. Like everyone's always going to look at offensive players, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's also like, man, if you can grab, like, I got a numbered rookie auto of Darrelle Revis. I can't believe that, like, how cheap it was. I was like, what the hell's going on? And then you're talking about a third wide receiver on a team is like super expensive, and you're trying to figure out, like, what the hell is this? So I'm trying to remember what this is. I wonder if it's like I don't know if it's Starburst or some type of wave. But, I mean, we'll look at it real quick. Elite Series. I think it's like a maybe not Starburst, but it's like, I don't know. I wish they would do that, because even in the old school cards, you can kind of figure it out. But I feel like it's some type of, I'm going to say Starburst and see if I can find something with McCaffrey, and maybe it'll get that going there. Just got to remember where it's at. ES13. Well, this is what I'm going to be doing for probably about an hour, just kind of chilling. I want to do this for about an hour or two every time I stream this stuff, because I think it's fun. Like, it's pretty chill for me. So there it is right there. So it is an insert. Last sale was on May. So they're calling this an insert. So what if we did this and then go back and then try to do it there? There it is. So the last sale was May, $3. So I think that's that was back in May. That's kind of crazy. These cards can't be worth that much, but mean, based on what I'm doing right now, it is based off last sales. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna make it. Negotiation on the price and stuff is still always up there. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I gotta sell for $3. More than likely, like I said, anything less than $5 is probably gonna be, I mean, 40% or 30% or whatever of its value, because it's just the goal is to just get it out. Fred Warner, I have one of his rookie autos or his auto when he was at BYU. I think it's considered a rookie card, but it's a Sage card. Yeah, it's pretty dope that I was actually able to find that with one of the sellers. But I also don't. I'm trying to find one of his stuff. I think that's if I could find some like nice auto of Fred Warner in licensed sets, I think that would be really, really clean right there. So Fred Warner is a guy a player I'm trying to look for in that space, but it's hard. So you just add it on a list. Hopefully you get it, and you kind of go from there. This is Donruss. It should be Donruss Optic. This is Donruss Football on the back, but it should be Donruss Optic. 171. It is a prism, but that's why the silver's there. Ooh-wee. And this is what you do. Now, the reason why I also, like I said, it's the goal is like, what do you want to keep versus what do you want to sell? You try to work through that. Oh, it's a Fire 539. This is the hollow 299. So it's considered a silver hollow. Is that what that is? That's kind of interesting. Silver hollow. Last sale March, $3. I guess he's got a decent market. Yeah, see, you got all these, but that's the one right there. Got another, so it was like March, yeah. I mean, it's probably closer to like a 150, but you look at what was last sold, you kind of work with it, and you go from there. I mean, sometimes it works to your advantage when you're like, ooh, that's a nice card, and then others, you're like, holy hell, that card got dropped. So really what I'm trying to focus on is to stay consistent. Just do last price. Never, like, I'm not trying to worry much more than that, because it's just, it becomes too much if you're like, well, this card is this, and let me do average of that. Like, unless it's a high valued card, then I can make an argument, but most of the time I'm not gonna worry too much about that. 2022 numbered Debo Samuel. Panini rookies and stars. And they also, so number 89. This one's kind of slick right here. So what is this? Kind of like a gold? Or is that, what do you call that? Bronze, maybe? Maybe not gold? We'll say bronze at a 175. Bronze at a 175. Number 89. Let's see what we got here. See what pops up. Okay, so looks like the red Debo came up. There's the 175 right here. Last sold was April, but let's do this. So it's called orange. What the shit? That doesn't look like orange at all. Is that what that is? That doesn't look like orange, dog. What? Man, I gotta get my eyes checked. Let's see here. So orange, let's check it out. So the last sale, wow, look at this. This is a 9.5 at a 149, sold for $10. I mean, that's not the exact one. Yeah, I had a 49, 650, 149, $5. Yeah, so that's about right. 450. I mean, it is what it is there. Debo for 450. Someone would probably buy that for like $3, maybe $2. There's no way they would sell it for that. But we just base it off last sales. I'm trying to figure out why Market Movers is not pulling a lot of detail out. I'm only getting like That's kind of crazy. So yeah, like a 199 is 93, 49 720. I mean, someone's trying to sell it for 450. That's hilarious. I mean, they're doing it right. I guess. That's nuts, dude. eBay. eBay is wild. Okay, we got a silver Joe Montana 20. What is that? Football 2020. I think I remember buying this card. So when I first started collecting or getting back into collecting, I did live auctions all day, every day. I was doing like I think I started late August of 2024. And I was just kind of dabbling in it because I was like, oh, what's this whatnot? Never heard of it before. You know, when you first start out, you get that like $20 or $25 thing or whatever to be like, hey, your first buy. And I think my first buy might have been like my goodness, it might have been like a Shohei Ohtani or something like that. It might have been something I was like, oh, I really like this card, but I did not really think much of it at the time. It might have been an Ohtani or it could have been a Daniel Jones because 2024 Giants are ready to go, and I thought they were going to have a great year, and they had a horrendous year. I think I was like PSA. No, it might have been like a CGC or some other type of grading that I no longer mess with. What the heck? No way. All right, dude, you do what you guys are going to do. $2.99? Y'all are wild for that, bro. What the heck? Okay. But yeah, I was able to kind of find some cards to that, but that definitely made me realize, like, one, I wasn't organized. I was buying like a ton of the same card. I think I must have bought like the same Ellie De La Cruz rookie card at like 3 different live shows, you know, multiple times. So I learned my lesson there. I also realized too, a lot of people will take advantage of you. They say like a card is worth this, but it's not really. So anytime I do live auctions now, I'm really hesitant to get too far into it, for the main reason that if I do, I will most likely overspend. I will initially trust the seller, thinking like, oh, okay, you're helping me out, you know, you're gonna give me a good deal, and no one's gonna get too crazy when it comes to a purchase. No one's gonna be like, oh, let's go ahead and screw these people over. But I would say a majority of the live auctions I've done, prices get out of hand. You start to feel like, man, why did the prices get that crazy? Especially for certain players. So for example, I'll go to a baseball spot. Wow, is that real? What is this? Is this numbered? Well, it's not numbered. This is a mini card. And it says out of 20. There ain't no way that thing's out of 20, but it's like a blue ruby. I mean, that's not really ruby, that's like silver. And it says out of 125. Well, I mean, they got the orange, so I can't even tell, like, okay, so what if we, so this is where you gotta like figure this out. So maybe we do this, take out the ruby part, and then let's see, and they add a 50, and let's see if it brings up anything. So it's gonna bring up the ruby 125. I don't think this thing's numbered, and this thing definitely isn't a ruby. I don't know. I mean, this gives me an opportunity to see, like, it isn't that. Orange, blue, base, premium. What is this? No. It's not a ruby. And I can't, it doesn't say that it's numbered though. Can you see that? I see a dent on the top though, but I can't tell. It's not a numbered card. What would be the cost of this thing? And you don't want to compare it to a low numbered card because that's not true. But is it a base? It's not a base. Like, I want to, let's look at the numbered ones that they say, like the blue, right? It says it's out of 50. Let's look at it. Is it really number? It doesn't say out of 50. How the hell would you know? It's out of 50. There's no number on it. Let's look at this orange one. This is orange out of 199. Okay, so it says it right there at the bottom for that one. Did we see that on the blue? No, the blue wasn't numbered at all. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay. So mine's not numbered, but it's not a base, is it? Let's look at the base. It's not a base, but it's also... Man, I don't know what this card is. I mean, it says Premium Legacy. Let's look at Premium Mini Edition. No, because it's got the orange on it. Here's my thing. Because it's saying that if that is... No, I mean 150 or whatever. I would probably say if we're gonna compare it, it can't be to a numbered, it can't be to a high number. So I guess it'd be $1. That's the way I kind of look at it. I mean, if the 299s are too, like these are not real, I'd probably say $1. Unfortunately, I mean, it's kind of a cool card, but it's also like you can't call a card of value to that. And who knows, maybe it's super value. I don't know. There's no freaking number on it, but that's a weird one. Okay, we got National Pride here. Okay. Football. National Pride. And it's a silver. 2024. Yeah, that one's that Nick Bosa one's interesting. I kind of want to see how someone else would value that. Like, how do you determine the value of that particular card, knowing that you can't find that value? How do you determine that? I just find it hard to believe too. Like, no one sold that. Is it really that? Is it really that incredible? I can't tell. Little stars there. That's kind of neat. Christian McCaffrey, not really a guy that I follow as much. I do want to, I think I try to chase his rookie cards, of course, but he's not a guy to me that feels like he changes the game. There it is, 125, and it was last sold just within this month, so we'll take it, 125. But yeah, I don't think it's. I don't think he's that kind of guy. Like, there are definitely running backs that I chase right now that I really feel like they're going to do some incredible stuff. But it's not a lot of running backs. I'd say it's more old school running backs than anything else. You definitely, the 2023 Panini Prism draft picks. And then I actually do like the gold cracked ice on these. I think I have some younger players right now that I'm like, man, the gold cracked ice just kind of looks nice. They're not worth much, they're just a different color, but man, they kind of pop. Other ones where I'm like, man, I don't know why you did it. Like there's like a purple or whatever. I think you stick to it, right? Like colors that will maybe most likely match the colors in the NFL. Maybe you go for those kind of cracked ices, but like a pink and stuff doesn't really do much. At last sold for $2.99. Nope. Yeah, last sold. Who's this guy? Terry Bradshaw? What the hell is he there for? Sometimes you try to grab this stuff, see if there's a chart, because then the chart also helps too. $2.99. Last sold in January. But yeah, it's interesting on card design is like very very sad. Like these are some of the cards right now that I have. I'm not selling these, but like you look at some of these, like this Barry, for example. It was a gold foil. I guess you consider these inserts, and they even have these sometimes in like die cuts, which are really clean. I think these. This is like an incredible design. I mean, and then when you talk about die cuts, like look at that. Like that's freaking sick. I mean, they even have like the indents of like, because what they did was the technology back then in 99, 98 and stuff wasn't that advanced. So it has these dents, and it's because what they did is they pushed Barry Sanders' image up on it. So it's like freaking sick. It's a sick card, man. Designs nowadays are not as incredible, although this card right here I've been looking for a little bit, and I'm glad I got it. I got it for like $40. This freaking card right here, Ellie De La Cruz, the artist stealing. It's a Bob Ross version. I actually really like the Bob Ross cards, but I'm not gonna chase every. I might as well just buy the set or the base set. Or I'm not gonna do that. It's just looking at certain players. I mean, you try to get an Otani card of Bob Ross, it's gonna be expensive, but this is like a really cool design, old school setup, and with the blue background on this thing, it allows the red to pop. And Ellie De La Cruz is like one of my favorite players to watch. And it's not so much he's got the most incredible bat, which he hits pretty solid, but it's also just, I mean, he could be a really, potential superstar in major leagues. We're still trying to figure out our prospecting too. I got to pick my one prospect for the year, and I'm kind of trying to think through that. But we'll see what happens with that one, because prospecting in baseball is way different than in the NFL. In the NFL, you can kind of figure it out, right? You have the ability to determine, oh yeah, like this guy's going to be a main factor. You understand the offense and stuff. Baseball, holy hell, dude. There is so much that can go wrong. So much. It's the stars. There's so much that could screw up, and it doesn't. You could easily put money on a card initially, and when you look at prospect autos, Bowman, Bowman Chrome, or was it Bowman Draft Prospects or Bowman Prospects, whatever. They are ridiculous. Like when you pull them up, man, they're expensive. And I don't know why. I don't know why these prospects are so wild, but the reason why they tend to be that way, one, the boxes are insane when you try to get a Bowman prospect box or whatever, packs. They're just all insanely expensive. So what they try to do is get their money's worth on them before it's Blue Stars. So we'll do that. And I'm seeing cards that are like 100. I think when I was looking at Christian Moore, I'm an Angels fan, and I was looking at Christian Moore, and I was like, okay, let me see if I can find his card. They were selling his before he even stepped on a major league field, before he even got to the show. They were selling his card for like 200, 300 auto. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Like, how did you make that determination? You got to be careful with Sports Card Pro, by the way. A lot of times when they do this, they have them all mixed up. So when you see like, oh, it's PSA 10 for that, no. You'd have to make sure you're grabbing the right one. star prism. See, as you can see, it's just like it doesn't mix it up. So be careful when you use different ones that try to find your value, because it's not always the same. I think I had a alt one. I see. Yeah, $2 makes sense on what they're selling them for. But back to the prospecting, I am very hesitant on just grabbing everybody. For the Angels initially, I was looking at any rookie first 2 rounds or so that I was like, oh, they're kind of neat. But is this really it? That does look like it, doesn't it? I mean, this even's got a silver hollow to it, but I'm assuming that's... I mean, that one's kind of dope. Whatever the hell that is. There's like drops on the background. Like this is the one right here. I'm assuming that's it. There, but this one's got like a hollow to it because it's Donruss Optic. Let me do that. Maybe I didn't add that real quick. Let me try that. Maybe that will open up the options there. But yeah, prospecting, I wouldn't know what to do. What the heck's going on with the music? Is it not going on? Oh, I think I know what's up. I think for some reason it's not, the music isn't going on. Let me fix that real quick. I don't know why it's not going on. Let me try to pull it. Maybe that'll work. Is the music not turning on? What the heck? Try it. There you go. Let me know if that's too loud. I could try to turn it down a little bit. I'm just trying to have some music on the background. And it's on my other main channel. I actually do have like like extreme music like set up, but I can't put it on the set on 2 channels. So I'm using the YouTube Studio right now, which is free, like non-copyright, copyright-free music. So I apologize if the music's not that great, but it is what it is there. So this is the hollow prism. See, and then that one is 100, which I think are even more short print. The Rockets one are more expensive. This is July's the Blue Star. I mean, it says it's $5, I guess. It like it shot up in, yeah, this is I think right when he got signed or traded to the, man, that's really weird how the, oh my gosh, that music sounds kind of loud, huh? Turn it down a little bit there. Holy hell. I just want to have some music. I wonder if there's a way I can kind of mix it. Go like that, maybe. And then I'll go to the star. Let me do that real quick before I jump back in. Okay, and then go to the star. There's no way to kind of do a mix on this thing? Man, my other studio, it's like I'm able to kind of mess around and have it do random music, but okay. Alright, here's what it is. But really weird you can't find this emoji. Nothing there. The suggested ones, I mean, if the fire emoji's doing that and it's in April, I mean, $5. Yeah, I get. I mean, I'm gonna do the exact. I gotta stay consistent, and then, like I said, I can argue or make an argument for either one. It's not gonna make or break me on these sales. DK Metcalf's an interesting player too. There's a Sunday Kings that I'm thinking about selling. So this is a really sick card right here. And then let me do this. Try. Let me try this. Maybe we can go like this. Oh, hey, what's up, man? What's going on? Can't hear me? You can't hear me? Can you hear me? Oh shit. Let me check. What's going on, Andrew? Yeah, can you hear me or can't hear me? Oh shit. Let me know if you can. It should be able to hear me. There you go. Oh, okay, good. Music is too loud. Okay. Yeah, it was hella loud, right? Let me turn it down like even a little bit more. Okay, cool. Oh, what's going on, man? Appreciate you stopping by. What the hell is this card, by the way? I'm trying to figure this out. I think it's like a galactic thing. It's numbered to 60. I remember when I bought this card. She was, I feel like I bought it from a Whatnot person, a Whatnot seller, but they were a, they were a disc golf, like a pro disc golfer. I don't, numbered. I can't remember her name, but yeah, she was a she was a pro disc golfer. I was like, what the heck? Spectra. I'm trying to figure out what the heck is this called though. Okay, cool, thanks. I don't even know what you call this, dude. It's like some type of refractor on it. Maybe it's galactic or something. It's out of 60. So maybe we go some type of galactic refractor out of 60. And then let's see, number at 89. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, appreciate you stopping by, Cowboy. Yeah, I'm just chilling, man. What I'm gonna be doing is just doing this every time I jump on, maybe an hour or two a day, just to kind of see what we got. See, this is the okay, so it's not a nebula. Nebula is at a 2. So now we got to figure it out. It's at a 60. And it's a spectra. This is at a 8. Now this is wild. This is at a 8. And that was only sold for 15. So an out of 75 sold for 3. That's called a hyper. Out of 60. Here it is right here. Interstellar. Okay. So now that we know that, now we're going to try again. See if we can get a bigger breakdown on it. $395. Last sold in April. What the hell? This is a nice ass card too. Wow. See, that's another thing too. I fell for these, not Interstellar. I'm an idiot. I fell for anytime I saw something like that was low numbered. You're like, oh man, this has got to be a crazy expensive card. It is not that expensive. These cards are not that crazy because more than likely there's another out of 60 somewhere else. I'm not wait, why is it not saving? Copy. There you go. What is going on? All right, let me just do that. Interstellar. Interstellar, is that what that is? See, and then I feel like the music stops again. There you go. Okay, it's building up now. I just want to make sure the music keeps going. I don't want to keep looking at it. Like the other music I use is from my other channel, and it's wild. Okay, so Interstellar Prism. Interstellar Prism. Okay, so let's do that. Sweet, we do that. Perfect. Interstellar Prism. I mean, a 2022 sold for $454, and this is a 2023. So you're not gonna be able to do that. I mean, Okay, so now this is coming up. So January, it sold for $750. Okay, so that's probably a better makeup of that. $750 makes way more sense. There you go. And we keep it rolling. You still selling cards, Cowboy? You still doing the shows? This is at a 199 here at Kate Otten. First Bowman Blue. Blue refractor, I'm assuming. Doesn't say refractor though. 2022. I remember when I bought this card. It was a I think I bought it from Card HQ. Bowman U. First Bowman. I'm assuming it's blue. Number 75. I can move that down a little bit. Maybe that. The issue is the light. I'm trying to adjust that. We could turn it down a little bit, maybe. Wait, maybe if I can push that. Nah, still messes with the light a little bit. 189. Maybe we try this. We'll move it up just a little bit. I wonder if I could do, maybe I'll just do this. Maybe that'll help with the reflection a little bit. No, and then the other part is bright as shit. Okay. All right, Kate Otten at a 199. And number 75. That's what it says. 75. Let's see what we got here. There it is right there, 199, sold in February. From ComC 169. Yeah, so we set up the spreadsheet, so now I got the totals here, total cards. I know how much is going on, and the card collection, I set it up to where I have the breakdown on what I know as far as what is going to be base, what are graded, what are colored, and that gives me an opportunity to kind of break down my cards even more. There's still a lot of my collection I got to put in there, but I'm trying to get a lot of the cards that I'm looking to sell in the in the spreadsheet first, so that I can kind of get them out of here as quick as I can. This is numbered to 499. 499 prestige extra points, so it's 276. Panini prestige. Like a red foil, extra points out of 4. Is that 449? Yeah, these makeups like 276. That's another thing too, is when they do these numbers, I'm like, in baseball, I think they do it based on the year, which is kind of neat. In the past, it was always about something. Before 225, that was tied to an achievement or something like that. So nowadays, 449, 499, 599, 699. It's kind of weird to me. All right, me go ahead and get this next card up, and I'll be right back. This is kind of neat. Pink foil. Getting it going. Back at it again. So we got this Godwin one. It's kind of neat. 2022 Donruss Elite Ink. This one's actually called Donruss Elite Football. Interesting on that one. Pink. That's pretty much it. It's like it's just pink. Number 35. See if we can find these cards. It's kind of insane too how much data you find in here. Like people just put all their stuff out there. There it is. That's a refractor. Aspirations. Yellow. I mean, would it be considered pink hollow or something? This ain't freaking aspirations. Ain't no way this is an aspiration, because usually aspirations, there's numbers to them. Let's try this. Oh, there it is right there. There's the pink. Yeah, Donruss pink. $1.99. So at least I know it's out there, but can't really find 25 cents. Holy hell. I mean, I guess it's $1 because all these other ones here are numbered. And it doesn't make sense to try to chase a number. I mean, let's try maybe pink hollow. Yeah, I mean, I guess you'd say it's $1 card if I can't figure it out. That's crazy. I'm assuming it could be more, but again, I'm not trying to stress myself out if I can't figure it out. If it's not going to come up, I mean, they're selling it for like $2 or whatever online. These checkerboards used to be kind of rare. Not so much anymore. 2023. What I like about, I mean, would that be an insert or would that be color? I guess it'd be color because it's a different type from the base. It's not a die cut. It's not an insert. Inserts will have like names like groovy or kaleidoscopic or something like that. But Panini. Prism football. Black and white checkerboard. 282. Saying they call them prisms, so it usually means there's some type of variation to them. And that's another thing too. Like their SP, you should determine that. I mean, there it is. Right, 265 was the last sale, but maybe, just maybe, we'll find a little bit more. Nope, 265 is the last known sale. I wouldn't be surprised. People don't buy big DTs, man. That's another thing too. Like I gotta up, like that's why I'm also trying to get these cards updated too, because I want to get some new cards on my wall, and there's some autos on my board that I want to move, like Dexter Lawrence. I have like a rookie auto of him I want to get off my board, probably sell it since, you know, he's a Bengal. Now pink illusions 2023. Yeah, that's the thing, is I just didn't know any better when it came to pick it. Like any of the former Hall of Fame guys or legends and stuff, I'm trying to sell the cards where they actually were not playing. Like if I'm going to grab a card, I want to get a card when they were actually playing in the NFL or in their sport, versus grabbing an image, because it just doesn't make sense at that point. Unless it's an auto, maybe. Like that's pretty much the only thing I'm gonna do. Number 9, pink. Oh, there you go. Wow. Last recorded sale on that thing is a while ago. Wow, $1. We got about half an hour. We're doing okay. Oh, red, white, and blue. Bajan Robinson football 2024. Seeing them, people call it the barber shop, but I don't know. I always call it just red, white, and blue, because when they initially came out, they weren't like barber shop. They were literally just red, white, and blue. There it is, right there. Last sale $125. I think you can chart this one. Nope. Wow, it doesn't have enough. DC Sports, by the way, if you're looking for a chill one, they do consignments. That one, you can find some solid cards on DC Sports. A lot of the YouTubers that I follow, or people that do their collection, they use DC Sports to auction their cards all the time, and they're pretty freaking good. The cards are solid. Let's see. All right, new set here. Let's see what we got on this one. Okay. There's a Gronk. I mean, the platinum cards used to look 2015 too. What the heck? I'm actually I have his rookie card, but I'm trying to see if I can find a I'm assuming that's base. I'm trying to find a rookie auto of Gronkowski, because I feel like his cards are not as sought after. Like, and he's pretty much up. I mean, he's got to be up there, right? When it comes to Mount Rushmore of tight ends, it's got to be Gonzalez, Gronk, Kelsey, and then you debate at that point whether it's Sharp or, I mean, Clark maybe, or Witten. I mean, I don't know. Gronk should be up there all the time. I don't get it. Yeah, it doesn't say if it's like an insert. It just says platinum. I'm assuming that's the Topps brand there. So we'll say base. Number to 34. I was learning something today too. Like some of the old school cards, like the Jordan rookie that everyone keeps chasing. I guess they weren't cut normally. Like now, like they got these legit cutters so that it's not too crazy. Yeah, it is based. I guess they use some type of I don't know, it was like a thread cut or something like that. 175, because that's why some of the corners on the Jordans would have frays on the corner. Like they would have frays is because how they cut those cards back then. They were very, very. They weren't cut perfectly because they weren't using a normal color. They were using some type of thread cutter. What is this? Squares refractor? What the heck? 2022. I was learning that today because someone's trying to send their Jordan rookie in, and they were talking about the corners, the die, and then someone was commenting, kind of explaining like that's why some of those cards are tough. I actually didn't even know. Oh, it's an insert. It's an insert. I had no idea that you would know if you're going to get a Jordan rookie if a certain player was in the pack. There's two players. There's two players. I had no idea because the guy was freaking out about it. But I was surprised. I was like, what the heck? How do they know? They were like, basically guaranteed if you saw these two players, you would see a Jordan rookie. And it actually popped up. It was, what the hell am I doing? No, it is that one. Square refractor? Is that what you would say there? Square refractor? D31. I'm not into cards like that. I mean, I like Jordan stuff. I definitely look for Jordan inserts all the time. Die cut if I can get it reasonable. It's just Jordan's market's going insane. There it is. Last sold 189. I can't believe it. Like, there are certain players that I'm trying to chase and I can't find them. Or I can't find a reason. The Project 2020, or not Project 2020, yeah, Project 2024 baseball. It used to be reasonable to get like a cool Otani look or anything like that. You can't even find those anymore. I used to be able to get them for like $20, $30. You can get those cards now, probably $130, $200. And they never were that crazy. They're like high numbers too. So mojo on this one. So I don't know what the hell's going on in the market. It's kind of blowing up. I mean, that's another thing too, is like there are certain cards in my collection I like to keep on here just to kind of keep track. But this was kind of neat here. Let me kind of go over there, move this. This is how I have kind of like some of the cards that I currently have in my collection that I just kind of post to kind of keep track of it. Like I was able to get a Scatabo for like 104. I think it's when I bought it in May. I grabbed this die cut for 71, numbered rookie auto for Aaron Donald. I think I got this card, $80, so it's kind of around where it is. But this is the most insane one. I bought this for $20. Like it makes 0 sense, dude. I bought it for $20 back in, had to been, yep, May of It says I have one card, $20. I bought that probably May. No, it wasn't May of 2026. It was, my goodness, it was probably June of 2025, maybe. I feel like that's where it was. June of 2025, or it might have been September. Maybe it was September. No, because it was before the World Series. Before he went to the, I think it was 2024. I think it was September 2024 is when I bought that thing. Because I bought it on Cards HQ. But it's like a $331 card now. Like, that's the last sale on that. That is so stupid. This one right here, you can't find. I can't find it anywhere. Anytime I try to figure out, like, this guy, I found this die cut. I think I got it. Yeah, I got it for like $80, $75. I've been finding deals. $90 for that Malik. And I got it as a PSA 9 too, so I ain't got to worry about it now. PSA 10, I remember buying that. This right here, I got this for like, yeah, about 120. This one sucked. I remember buying this, and this is why I now no longer buy cards with new sets when they come out. I'll never buy inserts unless I'm like super pumped about it. I lost a lot of money on this. I think, and a lot meaning I bought it for 110 and it's less than half of what it's worth. And it's a cool freaking case hit, but it crap bed. This one right here, I'm shocked it's not worth more. But I think it's because it's his second year versus his rookie year. I thought that was a cool one. And I think Show wants me to sell this back to him. But it's kind of neat. Someone selling. There was a sell on this at 140. I got it for like $80. I remember that. Yeah, this one right here, I bought this for like $100. I remember that. I was like, what the hell? Last sale, $627. Like, it's incredible. Oh, now the Bijan one, I might sell this because I think I bought it for $100. Yeah, I bought it for $100. It's a rookie die cut. I don't know. These ones are insane. I remember buying this from Mike for $45. Like, incredible. I remember buying this for like, yep, $60. So stupid back then. And people don't sell this. I bought this for $10. I don't see it around too often. But look at that. I might try to get this on a PSA 9. I thought this was clean. It's a non-licensed card though. That's the issue. That's why it's not as expensive as like this. I remember at $40. That was an incredible time. I was trying to collect some Otani stuff and I found it, but that's why I kind of track that. That's kind of fun. That's a fun little deal right there. 2023. Color. EK. Panini. Contenders. Football. Mojo. Season ticket number 89. All right, you're still in here, Cowboy. But do you what's your latest Shaq card? $1. You call it a Mojo Hollow? Is that what you call it? Yep, it is $1. Mm-mm-mm. 2013. Not bad there. Joe Thomas. If I can find a nice auto for him. I mean, that's another one. A lot of these O-linemen and stuff, people forget how good they were. Man, this one's 2013. There it is right there. Last sold $199. Bowman U, first chrome, defensive tackle for the Browns. 2024. Base. Bowman U. Bowman U chrome? Yep, it is. Bowman U chrome. Oh, screwed that up. Mason Graham. Number 127. That's a refractor. I don't think I'm gonna get refractor tap money for a defensive tackle. A dollar is a dollar. Yeah, the defensive tackles, they don't really get much love, man. It's kind of sad. Oh shit. Trying to remember how I got this in there. I feel like, how did we do this before? Is it like some straight down? Maybe that's what we did. Oh. That's me. That's funny. Let me see. Maybe it's closer to the camera. I gotta do the vert on this thing again. Oh, we gotta keep experimenting with this thing. I like my camera, but it's like trying to get this thing stuck. It's like I may use my phone, but then if I do my phone, I can't live stream it. I try to use my phone to do like the other parts. Something like that. See if that works. It might even take the glare out of it too. It does. Let me try to see if I can zoom in on that thing. Shut it. Configure. Configure. Control. That. I feel like that's as good as I can do it. See if that'll. It's not as clear. There you go. Works out. Kyle. I feel like I gotta. That's the issue. We can't really block it. I'd have to figure out how to set up the lighting on this thing. I still gotta get better at it. But we got a silver 23, 2024 football. See, and I was like, I remember when I first started buying, I was looking at silvers and stuff too, because I was like, oh, those are kind of a cool little set. They're not too crazy. You don't have to get crazy numbers and stuff. But man, that also didn't feel good. It was tough to kind of figure out where I wanted to go with that. So I'm still trying to learn how to narrow down my searches because I'm just not feeling comfortable with just doing one color or whatever. I think it's just more of narrowing down what I want to search for. Next month, I definitely have an idea of what I'd like to do. That video will come out on next Saturday. As far as my budget and what cards I'm going to be looking for, or what type of cards I'm going to be looking for, that'll be coming out next Saturday to kind of see where I want to be with there. I also have a thing that kind of sets up some tools that'll be the following weekend, as far as like, here are some of the tools I use to kind of keep up with my pricing, so I don't get screwed. Because that's a big thing, man. Like, in the card market, because it's a commodity, if you don't have a proper market set up, people can overbuy, and that's your that's an opportunity for what's called arbitration, where you go from one market, sell the material commodity, to another market, and you could easily get screwed if you're not paying attention there. It's that one right here, 145. I don't know why someone put a trophy on that. That ruins a lot of the ability to search too. Last sold $3.99 in June. I find that hard to believe. Save Flowers is just it's a type of market where I'm just like shocked that people don't go after this guy, like, but it's because the offense too, like, it runs through Lamar Jackson and through King Henry, but it's also like, dude, this guy is pretty freaking good, and I don't get why people aren't looking at his cards the way that I do. I'm always surprised by that. Like, I think this guy is a really good player. What the hell? Nothing changed there. I always try to see if I can find a different look. It's so crazy too. Like, this guy's got Sports Card Investor, and he's got Market Movers, but they don't talk to each other the way that I would expect them to. It's really, really strange. I don't get it. These should automatically tie, but it is what it is. So we got $3.99. That's not bad. So $4 card for Zay Flowers. I mean, I guess I could use Card Ladder, but I mean, why not? Let's see what they got. So what do they got in Card Ladder? Card Ladder. So let's see if I can find something here. Get Card Ladder. Try it for free. Google it. $20 a month? Yo, what? $20 a month? Y'all are crazy, bro. Wow. Yeah, no way. I mean, at least with this one, yeah, I think I don't spend that much on it, and I think it does just fine. That's crazy, dude. $20 a month. Oh my gosh. I mean, I thought $10 a month was a lot. I mean, that's insane. $20 a month. Like, you better be on this bitch forever. Like you can't, you gotta be, all you doing is cards. $20 a month? That's $240, dude. Oh. Yeah, that's like shipping costs. That's nuts. Taj Brooks, Bowman U Chrome. No, $20? Is Card Ladder that much better? I mean, which pricing is better? Card Ladder or Market Movers? Card collectors. It's considered the better option. It's widely praised in the hobby for having a cleaner, more reliable app interface, unbiased pricing data, and the ability to view unlimited historical sales beyond 90 days, which I have one that's 360 days. Serious investors who want deep analytical tools, highly detailed. The interface is often described as clunky and buggy. Yep, that's 100%. Tends to get expensive quickly if you want to track a large collection or deep. I mean, I think I spend $10 a month on it, and I don't see anything that crazy. I mean, when I go into here, and let's do this. So let's just kind of pull it up. I think the issue is I'm not seeing all the data. I feel like I'm only seeing some of it. So when you do that, it'll pull up all the different types of no huddles, but it doesn't pull up. I mean, it also depends on the 2026. Some stuff just doesn't happen too often. Like, I mean, that's out of 50. This one right here has 2 different ones. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know, man. Card Ladder, is Card Ladder really that good? I don't know. College. Oh, Mason Graham was college. Oh no. That way you can kind of keep those cards together. 2024 base. Josh Brooks. I think I don't know if he's still on the Bengals. Human U Chrome base number 193. Oh, always got. That's why I use this thing right here, because at least it lets me remember put it on the shock face. I think this is gonna be my last card before I go to bed or start going to go read. I'm trying to do something new. 189. I'm gonna try to go work on some stuff. It's always fun to learn. Something new to learn. All right, that was cool. So where we're at right now, we currently have 94 cards up for sale that I'm looking to sell. Total value $326.26, which again, most of these cards, once I can sort them, that's what I also like here, is what we can do, right? Is if you do this last sale, you set it up and you can filter it, and you filter it from smallest to largest. You could essentially take every card here, equal this times 0.4, and as you can see, the value will drastically drop. So if we were to do that, we just got to be careful. We can't do that for all the cards because it doesn't make sense to do it that. It's probably pretty much everything that's closer to like $5, 40%. Anything that's between like 5 and 10, maybe 60%, and anything over 10, probably 70% is what I would do. Maybe here 80%, because I do have some graded cards that I am looking to sell. I think if you sort that, I think it gets in a good spot too. But that's just an experiment there on how to value. Oh shit, we ain't doing that. Delete. Oh shit. Let's go like this. There you go. And save it there. But that'll do it. We will be back at it again tomorrow. Still got tons of boxes I'm trying to sell, cards that I'm trying to get out of my collection. So sooner I can get that done, little by little, we'll get it going. But that'll do it for us today. Y'all have yourself a good one.